Girati. Spogliati.
Hello everyone. Can you imagine this? A wealthy woman living in a luxurious mansion, yet it is her own maid who ultimately frees her from a suffocating marriage. But this story is not simply about temptation. It is also about awakening, a painful and brutal one. Welcome back to the channel. Today we travel back in time to Italy in the 1950s, seen through the lens of a film released in 1986. The film is Bonne, also known as The Corruption, a remarkable work by the Italian director Salvatore Samperi. This is not a widely known film, but it perfectly represents Samperi's signature style. His stories often appear calm and ordinary on the surface, yet beneath that quiet surface lie intense relationships, hidden power struggles, and emotions that are difficult to express. In many ways, the film becomes a delicate portrait of female psychology and of the fragile cracks within Italy's upper class during the post-war era. The story takes place in the city of Vicenza in 1956. Our main character is Anna, played by the French actress Florence Guérin. Anna is a noblewoman. She is beautiful, elegant, and lives in a grand house. But her life feels like a golden cage. Her husband is consumed by politics and barely pays attention to her. They have no children. And her daily life is spent under the watchful eye of a strict mother-in-law.
Ai miei tempi non c'erano tutte quelle cose e la gente stava molto meglio.
E va bene.
Samperi portrays this loneliness with remarkable subtlety. Dim lighting, quiet rooms, and long silent moments all emphasize the emotional emptiness surrounding Anna's life. Everything begins to change when a young maid enters the household. Her name is Angela, played by Trine Michelsen. Angela is not the shy or obedient servant one might expect. She is bold, free-spirited, and there is something wild and mysterious in her presence.
Guarda che mi scherzo, avanti, apri! Ah, eccola la signora. Dai, io invece ci tengo agli amici miei. E tu queste figure non me le devi fare.
This contrast between the two women becomes the spark that ignites the entire story. Angela quickly senses something hidden behind her employer's composed appearance. She notices a silent longing in Anna's eyes. In this way, Angela becomes more than just a servant. She becomes an observer, and perhaps even an explorer of Anna's inner world. The film beautifully captures Anna's emotional conflict. Part of her feels frightened by Angela's boldness, but another part of her seems strangely drawn to it. Things grow even more complicated when a local pharmacist enters the story. Soon, a tense triangle of relationships begins to form. But the real question remains, is Angela truly trying to liberate Anna from her confined life, or is she simply playing a dangerous psychological game? Director Salvatore Samperi made a very clever choice by setting the story in 1956. At that time, personal desires and unconventional emotions were often considered deeply taboo. And it is precisely this social repression that builds toward the film's intense, emotional climax. I won't spoil the ending, but remember this: when human emotions are suppressed for too long, the moment of release can become extremely destructive. One of the film's most fascinating aspects is the contrast between the two women. Anna represents order, tradition, and restraint. Angela represents instinct, freedom, and rebellion. Instead of relying on shocking events, Bonne focuses on inner transformation. Angela acts almost like a mirror. Through her presence, Anna is forced to confront desires and emotions she has buried for years. Slowly, through subtle psychological games and careful manipulation, Angela begins to break through the noble facade that Anna has always maintained. We watch Anna evolve, from timid and fearful to someone far more daring and emotionally aware. Another remarkable aspect of the film is its visual style. Salvatore Samperi demonstrates an extraordinary sense of aesthetics. Every frame feels carefully composed, almost like an 18th century oil painting. Warm golden lighting, elegant costumes, and gentle music create an atmosphere that feels both luxurious and melancholic. Samperi does not rely on sensational imagery. Instead, he uses visual language to explore themes of emotional liberation and identity. That is why, despite its controversial elements, Bonne is often regarded by critics as an artistically significant work of Italian cinema. Another interesting layer of the film lies in its historical atmosphere. Although the story takes place in the mid-20th century, there is a lingering sense of social tension in the background. Everything appears orderly on the surface, but beneath that calm structure, something fragile is always waiting to break. One of the film's greatest strengths is its cast. Florence Guérin delivers a memorable performance as Anna. Her elegant beauty perfectly conveys a woman trapped between social expectations and personal awakening. Meanwhile, Trine Michelsen brings a powerful energy to the role of Angela. Her character radiates freedom and unpredictability, creating a striking contrast with Anna's controlled world. Bonne is not a film for everyone. It is slow, it is heavy, and it relies on symbolism and visual storytelling rather than fast-paced plot twists. But if you appreciate European art cinema, and if you are interested in the complex psychology of human desire as explored in 1980s filmmaking, then this film may feel like a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. So what do you think about the relationship between Anna and Angela? Is Angela a liberator? Or something far more manipulative? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy deep discussions about classic and controversial films, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.